Please pause the video and solve this question. It's a can be true question. Therefore, we simply need one example for each of these expressions to select the expressions. The first expression can hold for a small positive value of x, such as x equals 0.2. Value of x squared would be 0.04, x is 0.2, and 1 plus x becomes 1.2. So this answer choice should be selected. The second expression will hold for a sizable negative value of x, such as x equals -2. For such a value, 2x becomes -4, 1 plus x becomes -1, and x squared becomes 4. Therefore, this answer choice should be selected. An interesting observation here, it's not that this expression will hold for all the negative values of x. For example, x equals -0.5. You will see that for such a value, this part of the inequation will not hold. So remember, always be very careful about this -1 to 1 range. The third expression can hold for a small positive value of x, such as x equals 0.1. You will notice that for such a value of x, 2x is 0.2, 1 plus x is 1.1, whereas 1 by x is 10. Therefore, even the third expression should be selected. Correct answer is A, B, and C. Difficulty level medium. Let us now raise the difficulty further. Please pause the video and solve this question. This is an always true question. Therefore, our approach is going to be to get one example where a given expression does not hold in order to eliminate that answer choice. When we are not able to get even one such example, we will have to deduce that such an expression is always true. The first expression will not hold for a sizable negative value of x, for example, x equals -5. In such a case, you see that 1 by x becomes -0.2, which is greater than -5. So the first condition is met here. However, the second condition is not met because -5 is not greater than -5 squared, which is 25. Therefore, this answer choice can be eliminated. The second expression will not hold for a small fractional value of x, such as x equals -0.1. You will see that yes, -0.1 is greater than 1 by x, which turns out to be -10. So yes, the first condition is met here, but 2x becomes -0.2, which is not greater than x, which is -0.1. Therefore, the second answer choice should also be eliminated. The third statement will not hold for similar values that we chose for the second answer choice. For a value of x such as -0.1, you will have -0.1 is greater than -0.2. So the first condition is met. However, the second condition suggests 1 by x becomes -10, which is not greater than x, which is -0.1. Therefore, even the third answer choice should be eliminated. The fourth answer choice can be easily eliminated for all the negative values of x, big or small. For all these values, you will find that the first condition is met. For x equals -0.5, x squared is positive 0.25, which is greater than -0.5. But the second condition would not be met because x cubed becomes negative again, which can never be greater than x squared, which is something positive. Therefore, the fourth answer choice should also be eliminated. Let's look at the fifth answer choice. X is greater than 1 by x under two circumstances. The first circumstance is when x is a sizable positive number such as say 2, and the second circumstance is when x is a small negative number such as say -0.2. However, in both these cases, you will find that x square is greater than 1 by x. Therefore, the fifth answer choice cannot be eliminated. We can deduce that the fifth answer choice is always true. E is the correct answer. This was one of the most difficult questions you can ever get. If you could solve this and through the correct approach, well done. If not, don't worry, just grasp the concepts. Please pause the video and solve this problem. X squared less than 1 suggests that x must be between -1 and +1, and for this entire range the second inequality very much holds, so we don't really need to worry about this second inequality here. Let's take different values of x in this range. So for x equals 0, quantity A and quantity B become equal. We get C as the correct answer choice. However, for a value such as x equals 0.5, quantity A becomes 0.5, whereas quantity B becomes 0.125. So quantity A turns out to be greater, and for a value such as x equals -0.5, quantity A is -0.5, quantity B is -0.125. Therefore, for this case, quantity B turns out to be greater. So we have been able to get contradictory answers, which means D is the correct answer choice.